Have you ever felt like you are coding in the dark with no one to guide you or offer support? As a YouTuber, I experience as many struggles and triumphs as someone who's been studying coding for a year, and I know that by experience. In this video, I want to share with you the lessons I learned after 1 year on YouTube and how they can apply to your journey as a coder. A week ago, I received a notification from YouTube congratulating me for my first year in the platform. I never planned to upload a video about milestones or anniversaries like this about YouTube because this is not what my channel is about. But last week, I realized that my journey in this platform is really relatable to when you are learning to code and want to become a software engineer, get a job, and be successful. So, because of that, I'm going to share with you how this year has been for me. And stay around because I'm sure you're going to say, oh, this is how I felt when I was trying to learn JavaScript, or I was also spending more time planning how to become a developer rather than practicing the stack. Alright, I'm going to break down this video in different parts, but 1 second. That was getting on my nerves. Okay, let's start. First, I'm going to talk about why I started a YouTube channel, how I did it, and what were my expectations and my goals. Then I'm going to talk about what happened in the first 6 months and what happened after the first 6 months, and how I managed to be relatively constant while having a full-time job. And finally, what I have achieved after 1 year and the conclusions that I took from it and you can learn from it, and if I'm making any money. Okay, let's get into it. 1.5 years ago, I was working remotely from South Spain, living by the sea, when I stumbled upon a video from a content creator that opened my mind. She was sharing her experience and passions, and I felt an immediate connection to her and her content. Watching her videos inspired me to start my own YouTube channel and share my own experience with the world. I always had a passion for cameras and filmmaking, and I realized that creating videos for YouTube will allow me to combine two of my biggest passions, filmmaking and coding. But not only that, YouTube is so much more. It gives me the opportunity to connect with viewers and create a sense of community around my topic content. And I think there is something incredibly rewarding about being able to help others. Like, there is not a better feeling in this world for me. Also, I often find that in my day-to-day job, it can be difficult to work on my creativity pursuits because I'm working with a team and I have to adhere to company goals and objectives. So having hobbies for me is really important in order to feel fulfilled. And my YouTube channel gives me that. I have the freedom to explore my creativity and share my passion with others, and perhaps inspire them to pursue their own creative interests. If you go back and watch my first video, you'll see that it was filmed against a beach background. I had actually filmed it a half a year ago and I didn't upload it until last year. Why? Because it took me that long to muster up the courage and determination to make it happen. That's the truth. I spent so much time planning and thinking about it and postponing the start date, and I show you in a minute what that looks like. I used to spend too much time obsessing over buying courses that I never completed, purchasing equipment that I didn't even need, and planning out video titles that I never followed through on. I was always delaying actually creating content for fear of failing. Does this sound familiar to you? I'm sure it does. It's amazing how much time we can waste planning instead of just taking actions. We do it to avoid failure. I mean, that's what I think. But in reality, failing is not the issue. The real issue is giving up and not getting back up when we do fail. Because, spoiler alert, that's exactly what happened to me. But eventually, I pushed past my fears and doubt and I just started creating. For context, the big milestone in YouTube is getting monetized, which requires 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. for long format content. Sounds hard? Well, it's even harder. And my expectation was to achieve monetization in 6 months to a year because I saw that it was possible for others. So I had the right mentality, if someone else can do it, so can I. And you should think the same. But it only works if you put in you put in the work. If you constantly compare yourself to others but aren't putting in the same amount of effort and more, you can't expect to get the same results. We don't even know how many hours others are dedicating to their craft, okay? So the bottom line is that we need to stop planning and start doing. Sure, we might fail, but that's just part of the journey. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about getting back up and trying again. That's the important bit. And something else is that I wanted to start uploading only when I felt ready. It's probably quite relatable when we want to apply for jobs, but we don't feel ready. Because we might be new to it and we feel like exposed. It's quite similar. I think we are scared to the rejection. We are scared to don't get the job. So we convince ourselves that, I'm not ready to apply for a job yet. I need to keep practicing. And once that I feel ready, I will apply for a job. So whatever your reasons are, you need to start before you feel ready and learn as you go along. Because that magical moment where you feel today's the day, that might never arrive. So push yourself to get out of your comfort zone, learn from every video you make or every interview you do or every coding exercise you do, and that's the only way one day you are actually going to feel like you're ready to push yourself even further. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Okay. So, what happened in the first months? This is all the planning I did before starting the channel. Looking back at it now, it's a bit too much. I like to plan, and this allowed me to investigate the topics and who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. Kind of like allow me to see the big picture, but yeah, I definitely overplanned a little bit. Okay, now let's take a look at the videos I uploaded in the first 6 months. So let's go to the last video. So these 2 videos I recorded the year before, and then I don't know what happened after. I didn't follow any schedule. I had a schedule with a list of videos that I wanted to do. I spent some time playing around with shorts here and re-editing some videos. And then here I filmed a video about React 18. If you want to learn about React 18, check my channel. Check these videos. Basically, all of these are the same video, but just like these are shorter versions. And then I stopped. So from 10th of May to the 10th exactly of September, I didn't upload anything. So basically, in my first few months, I only made 3 videos, I think, and 2 shorts. I honestly thought I did more than this. And okay, let's go to my stats. Let's go to analytics. Okay, I'm just going to filter this by, let's say, yes, up to, shall we just say September? Okay, and let's just say should be March. Yeah, I hardly gained 95 subscribers. Most of them were my friends and family, to be honest. And I only have 55 hours of watch time. Okay, so this is what happened in the first 6 months. It was really hard to stay motivated because my stats were not going up. But then again, I was not really trying hard enough. However, in that moment, it did feel like I was trying hard, but I was not getting the results. And you're probably thinking that I gave up at this point, but the truth is that I never planned to stop posting on YouTube. It just happened. I even filmed a 2 hours crash course HTML, CSS that I never uploaded because I never found the time to edit it, and that's the excuse I told myself. Anyway, at this point, summer was starting, so at first, it felt okay to skip my schedule and enjoy the sun. The first few days felt like a well-deserved break, but once I fell into the habit of not working on my content, it got incredibly easy to neglect the work I had to do. And the longer it passes from the last time you worked on something, the harder it gets to go back to it. And after 2 months of not uploading anything, I felt like a complete failure. I kept wondering what my family and friends would think about me, because failing after trying so hard hurts, let's be honest, but failing after not even trying it hurts a lot more. I felt so guilty and embarrassed that I spent the whole summer avoiding thinking about it and even consider completely quitting and closing my channel. I was thinking that if I can't find the motivation to work on this task, does that mean I don't have a strong enough desire to achieve it? And I don't think this belief is entirely accurate. I think as a human being, we tend to be inherently lazy and we will always choose the easiest and the most convenient path for us. Motivation is something you have to work on. It's not something that just comes to you. If you think something is meant to be, make it be. So what happened when I decided to give it another chance? So summer was over and I finally stopped feeling sorry for myself and got back to my YouTube grind. But this time I completely changed my mindset. I was determined to stick to my schedule and planned out my content in advance. So I jotted down a list of videos that I wanted to create and I actually stuck to it. If you check out the dates of my videos, you can see that I was pretty consistent with my uploads. And let me show you the notes I took every day about my subscribers and watch time. Okay, I actually have here a text about 4 or 5 months to my 1-year anniversary with my channel, and this was in the moment where I only had, at this point, this was the September, I think, and September, I only had 102 subscribers, 78 watch hours. And I wrote down every day or every week the list as how many subscribers and watch time I was gaining. I know it might seem a bit excessive, and yes, I could have used YouTube Analytics, but tracking my progress every day was super motivating for me because it was just like, you know, when you just cross over a day or when you have a list of tasks to do and you cross it. It was kind of like the same feeling of just tracking my progress and seeing how I was doing. And it also helped me to don't forget about YouTube and guess what? When you put in the effort, things start to happen. If we come here, you can see that in December, I have here a big spike. I started seeing more traction on my channel, gaining followers and watch hours more consistently. Now, I know everyone dreams of blowing up on YouTube and waking up to thousands of subscribers, but that hasn't happened to me yet. However, something pretty magical did happen. On December the 12th, FreeCodeCamp published one of my videos, a crash course on Nest.js, and I had no idea when they were going to post it. I knew they were going to post it, but I didn't know the date and the time where they were going to post it. I remember going about my day, working away, when suddenly I started receiving tons of comments on some of my videos. And I was already getting a good amount of views and comments for the size of my channel, which it was tiny. But then, all of a sudden, I started receiving tons of comments on a video I had uploaded that same morning. And I knew something was up because that was not normal. I checked my creator studio and my subscriber count was skyrocketing. Every time I refreshed the page, I was getting 100 more subscribers. It was an incredible feeling. Within hours, I doubled my subscribers from 478 to 1,000. That is a lot. So yeah, my channel continued to grow super fast for the next few days, and although it eventually slowed down, I'm still super grateful for that crazy experience. Finally, what have I achieved after 1 year? A lot of personal growth and learn. I learned to be more consistent with my posting schedule and to plan my content better. I also learned to be more grateful for the progress I've made, even if it's not as fast as others. In terms of numbers, I gained from the 10th of December until now. That is when I actually try it and I actually work like a lot, many hours, many weekends. I put the effort in. In that moment, I achieved 4,700 subscribers, 50k views, and 3,000 watch hours. Before, when I made a feint of trying it, I only got less than 100 subscribers and I don't know how many watch hours, but less than 100. I know there are other people that get better results, but that's their journey, not mine. The same as you. If someone learns a technology like Nest.js faster than you, that's her journey, not yours. There is no point comparing. That will only exhaust you. And that's what happened to me. I was comparing myself to others when I wasn't even trying. I wasn't even recording videos. I wasn't even planning videos. I wasn't doing it. I was just comparing myself to others. And in that point, I was like not understanding why YouTube was not recommending my videos. Anyway, what is more important for me is that I gain a supportive community of viewers who are interested in learning and growing with me. Reading their comments and feedback has been one of the most rewarding parts of this journey. So even though there were times when I felt discouraged, and sometimes I still do, life is just not perfect and the path is not like straightforward once that you figure out a few things. Still, I'm proud of what I accomplished so far. And now, every time that I have doubts about myself and every time that my videos are not performing, I just need to keep reminding myself, this is my journey, there are a lot of things that I still need to figure out, lots of things that I still need to learn. And this is just part of the process, that's it. Just deal with it, get on with it, and keep going, don't give up. So, am I making money from YouTube? No, not yet. I still need 1,000 more hours of watch time, but at this pace, I think it shouldn't take me too long. I'm quite positive about it. So, next question, how did I manage to work on this while working full-time? Okay, this is a question that lots of people ask me. Like, when I say lots of people, is people that I work with and friends, is like, how do you manage to do that? You spend even more time in front of a computer. Well, let's talk about my second attempt here. First, you need to enjoy it. That's the thing. That's how I managed to stay. When I enjoy it is when I can carry on and stay and spend a lot more hours working on this. This time, I stuck to my schedule like glue. Went out a lot less and worked 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. I wasn't super strict, so it was not like that all the time, but I definitely pushed myself harder than before. For me, staying social and seeing friends is really important, but I had to limit myself to just 2 afternoons of each week. Did I know a perfect system? Heck no. I'm still super busy with work and other projects, so sometimes it's tough to get back into the groove of making videos. But then I get these messages, and this one, and this one, and it makes it all worth it. Sure, it will be great to make money from my videos, but these comments are what truly make me happy. Probably not a sustainable way of working forever, but for now, I'm quite happy about it. So, what can you learn from my story? First, planning is great, but only if you follow through with it. Otherwise, it's a complete waste of time. If you feel like quitting, think about how much you regret not giving it a shot. You can't use the excuse of not being good enough or it not being for you if you haven't given it a fair chance. So, during my journey, I kept thinking about quitting my channel and doubting whether I was cut out for it or if I even liked it. But honestly, what really sucked was feeling like a loser for giving up. That's why I decided to give it another shot in December. 3. Don't rely on feeling motivated. It's completely overrated. You'll feel motivated after working on it for a while. Do you think that I was super motivated to sit down and start planning this video after working 8 hours for my job? Of course not. I'd rather watch the new season of You, but once I started writing down what I wanted to share with you, I just couldn't stop. I was really into this video and didn't care about Netflix anymore. In conclusion, stop listening to that voice that tells you, I'll start the Nest.js tutorial tomorrow. Do it now. Well, not now, after this video. or React or any other tutorials that I have in my channel, or whatever you're trying to learn or whoever you want to become. Starting a YouTube channel might be scary at first, but it was a great decision. Now I'm so glad I did it. Overall, YouTube has become a platform for me to express myself, connect with others, and help others. It's been a journey of self-discovering, and I've learned so much about myself and the world around me through the process. It's a fulfilling and rewarding experience, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes me in the future. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. And thank you to YouTube as well for creating the platform.